Imagine entering into the most sublime, deeply loving relationship with the most important person in your world. It's you. So many people come to us and they're wanting to attract in the soulmate, up-level their career, all of the things. They've got these grand visions. And that's great. But the one thing that's going to give you the most deepest sense of gratification and fulfillment is connecting with how you truly feel about yourself, feeling that deep self-love, that reverence, and that certainty about who you are in the world. And no one can give it to you except for yourself, as you know. So people come to us to do soul to soul because, yes, they want the soulmate. The thing that we hear the most is, oh my God, I wanted to meet the guy, but what I got out of this work was profound. I got my life. I got the relationship with myself that I didn't even know could exist. And the amount of people that also said to us, I didn't even know how much I needed this. It's a homecoming. It is the biggest gift you could give to yourself, is to do this process that I have put together via the divine. And I say that, yes, I have put it out into the world and it's called Soul to Soul. But when this process landed in my vortex, it was a direct download from the divine, put in the exact order and sequence and steps that would be perfect for my now thousands of clients. And one of the other big pieces of feedback that I always chuckle at is, a lot of women have done PhDs. They're extremely bright that have gone through Soul to Soul. Not everyone, but a handful of them. And they'll say, Lucy, particularly my beautiful Indian clients, I've been trying to nitpick this. I've been trying to find the flaws. And you know what? I couldn't. How did you know the next module that I needed was exactly what I needed and you put it in that order? I was like, honey, there's a reason this process works. We've done all the heavy lifting for you. Our job is to get you out of your head and into your heart. And that is what I'm so proud of about this beautiful soul to soul process. It's going to take you deeper than you've ever been. And it's going to live on and be the gift that keeps on giving. I call it the foundational work. Now that I'm branching off into other aspects and other programs and, all these other things, soul to soul is the foundational piece. And once you give this to yourself, once you feel this connection with yourself, you can't unfeel it. You can't unknow it. And you're going to literally come home to the magnificence of who you are and to tap into that greatness and to connect with your heart space and to those numb parts of yourself. Any burdens you've been carrying emotionally, any not enoughness, any regrets, any distortion is going to get cleaned up when you put yourself through this 8-week process. And Anam has, he's seen so many women come to us who were at breaking point. They're like, why would this work? Nothing else has. And then they decided to do it and they're like, oh my God, it actually works. Yeah, the process works when you work it. Like, this wouldn't be something I would recommend that you do if you just want that instant silver bullet. This is not that. This is about a co-creation. This is about you deciding that you're ready to do what it's going to take and to follow the process as it's designed, because it is exactly the process I used to attract in this hunk of spunk. Didn't know my soul was going to be Bengali, but I got very clear about what I wanted and how it was going to feel. And many, many other things as well, of course, that go very deep. And then he showed up. So this is definitely for you, whether you are single and you really are ready, you're committed, you're like, this is my year. Even though there's only a couple of months left, this is my year. I am adamant that this is a non-negotiable. I want to have a soulmate relationship. Or perhaps you are in a relationship right now, but you know that you're holding back. You're scared to actually let your guard down. You've still got the trust issues coming up. You know that you're really good at sabotage. This is definitely for you if you want to up-level the relationship that you're already in. And the relationship you're going to be up-leveling is with you, and then everything else takes care of itself. So yeah. What did you want to say about this?
Well, I was actually, I was fortunate enough to witness the birth of this program, witness all the women who went through it, all the struggles they came with,
yeah,
and how they transformed. And it's very important that you understand what the different types of coaching programs out there. There's the type that gives you a long-term support, and then there's transformational coaching, and that's what this is. It doesn't require time. It requires commitment. Mm-hmm. It requires you to really fight for what you want, really stand in that. And once you make that decision, once you make that choice, you start transforming. Mm-hmm. So with the right work, and that's what Lucy was talking about, is how is all the sequences in this order just fit so well. And it's, because I was with her, obviously, when she was being guided into putting this together. It is all in place in the right order for the right moment at the right time. And it's just amazing seeing where these women who came through started
Yeah.
and then where they ended.
Agreed.
And what's beautiful is when you do this work, you're not just doing it for yourself.
Yeah.
Yes, this is all about you, but it's healing generations. It's healing your future. It's healing your past. And it's healing your relationships with your family and dynamics. And
Yeah.
there's so much that's happening that we cannot measure,
Yeah.
right? It's not measurable. How do you measure happiness? Just by seeing the joy on people's faces. But how else do you measure it? You can't. Um, and so we want to make sure that you're present to how phenomenal this is. Soul to Soul is foundational work. I have actually joined Lucy in her other programs, in the higher programs, where I'm providing coaching as well. And we do look at this as going, right, you've done Soul to Soul. Now that you have this foundation, this is what's next, and this is how you keep amplifying
Yeah.
and magnifying and really calling it all in, because it's all possible. And again, when you're in the right transformational work, it doesn't take time. You
I
don't
wanna add
have
to
to
that.
take months. You don't have to take years. You don't have to take multiple years. For those of you who are still doing work and you're just like, oh, I've been doing it for a year and still nothing. No.
Question that.
Question
Yeah.
it.
And I've got women that have gone through, Soul to Soul, but then all of my other programs, because they keep seeing results, they keep getting outcomes. They're like, yeah, I want to be in Lucy's vibration. I want to do whatever she's doing. And they always refer to Soul. Like Soul to Soul always comes up. It is literally that foundational piece that it's the gift that keeps on giving. And they still, to this day, and these are women that have done it like 4 or 5 years ago. Like I still go back and listen to the meditations because it's so activating.
Yes.
And it's just like that beautiful shavasana at the end of yoga that a lot of people want to run out on, right? So, I don't need that. No, those foundational pieces are what pulls everything together. And then you stack on that. And it's about, consistently showing up for yourself and putting your energy in where it actually is going to start thriving. And so people will be listening to affirmations, meditations, all of the things that I put into Soul to Soul, and they'll just listen to it to feed themselves and nourish themselves, 5 years on, even when they're with the relationship, because it elevates their energy, their frequency, their vibration.
Yeah.
So there are some people that have only done Soul to Soul and they are thriving in soulmate relationships, and there are plenty of others that have done Soul to Soul and
they're all thriving.
And they're all thriving, having tremendous success. So
Yes.
wherever you're at on your journey, of course, you can reach out to me if you would like to work one-on-one, if you'd like to talk to us about joining our Blazing Love programs. But why we came on today is because Soul to Soul is like our firstborn, really. It's our baby. It's a foundational piece that leads to all of these other beautiful offers. And we couldn't be more excited to be launching it into the world for everyone. We've had so many people saying, oh, will you do this for men? Yes, this is for all genders at any stage of your life right now. If you are knowing right now you feel stuck, you feel stagnant, you've got anxiety, perhaps neither of those. Maybe you're doing really well, but you're like, you know what, I'm still missing this really amazing epic connection with myself, and you haven't been able to put your finger on it, and you maybe keep wanting to go on trips, or you keep putting it outside of you. No. This heart of yours is calling for you to go deeper. And it's this unconditional relationship with self that you're going to get from doing the work in Soul to Soul, because this work is deeply activating. It's not another, we've both got a cold right now, but we just had to come on and share this with you. It's not another program. It's not about learning more information. The last thing you need is information. This is about a system and a process that's going to anchor you into your greatness. It's going to get your heart open no matter what you've been through. And it is going to up-level you piece by piece by piece by piece until by the end, you're going to feel like a new human. And you're going to wish you'd done this a long time ago. And here's the best bit. Up until the 11th of the 11th, when we're officially launching this, we are offering it for just $2,000 for our intimate community. That's you. So don't overthink it. Whether you're in a relationship or not, it doesn't matter. Do you want to up-level the relationship with yourself so that you are magnetic, so that you are clear and you're on purpose, and you've got this absolute clarity where you feel congruent, where you feel like, yes, I know where I'm going. I know who I am. I want to shine my light. Now is the time to jump on that, especially as tomorrow's the lunar eclipse. What a brilliant time to put yourself first and give yourself the gift that's going to keep on giving. So DM us so we can get you started. 2K, absolute no-brainer, and you get to keep this content for the rest of your life. And the icing on top is Anam and I are going to be overseeing this in its infant stages. Yeah, A Soul to Soul has been running for years now.
Yeah.
However, just to give it the love and attention that it requires, we will be overseeing it. And that is a massive, massive, massive perk, because we weren't even doing that when Soul to Soul was a live program for the past couple of years. So we're really excited to welcome you into this program. Ask your heart, hey heart, is this resonating? If it is, go do it. Find it.
Simple question to ask yourself
Yeah.
is, do you want your dream or not?
Yeah.
Do you want to have...
And when do you want it?
Do you want that dream marriage and family and, you know, everything else that goes with it? Do you want more money in your bank account? Do you want all of this good stuff that we are always wanting more of? Do you want it?
Who doesn't want to be magnetic?
Yeah, it's just...
This is what starts happening as early as week 1 and 2. Literally, when you make the decision, I'm choosing me, the universe gets on board with that, and it starts to shower you with gifts. We've seen it with every single person that joined the program. They're blown away. And then the money they started to receive once they put themselves first, the universe is like, oh yes, I'm going to stack on that with you. Right? So let's up level the planet together. Share this, shout it from the rooftops with, if you've done Soul to Soul, share